Hi, I'm Dr. Patrick Cumbie. I'm Vice President of Product Development at ArborGen.
My name is Dr. Colin Jackson, and I'm the Manager of Pine Development at ArborGen.
The AG score is a single score that combines all four traits: volume, rust resistance, stem straightness, and forking, to produce a single score to evaluate the family's potential for sawtimber production. A lot of times customers get confused with how to evaluate a single trait and the performance that it has in a family.
As the score increases, so does the value of that individual family. So when you're looking at the families as options for planting, the higher the AG score, the more valuable product that's going to be at the end.
So as the volume performance goes up, you've got more tons per acre. As the rust resistance goes up, you're getting less infection in your stand and better stocking and overall better survival. As the stem straightness and the forking reduction goes down, you're getting better stem quality, which is going to lead to more trees qualifying for sawtimber or higher value products in your plantation. To demonstrate the value of the AG score, I'm going to show you some heat map images from two different plantations. One is an MCP Pro Plus, which is our top category of MCP, and it has 73% sawtimber potential trees at age 6. And you'll notice that there's a lot more green on this image. Green is good, these are high quality trees. Yellow means there's a defect, and red means it's a dead tree, so there's no tree in that position. And if we contrast that to an open pollinated family that has 49% sawtimber potential, there's a lot more red, you'll notice first. There's a lot more yellow or orange after that, which means there are quality problems with this plantation. And so you have less than half the trees are going to make sawtimber potential. So when you choose a tree with a high AG score, you've got a lot more sawtimber potential. What that means is you got a lot more value creation opportunity because you got trees with high quality stems.
Current score systems, you have scores for each one of these individual traits, but it doesn't really necessarily tell you what the value is going to be. So what does a 10% gain in straightness mean? This AG score basically ties all that information together and then puts an actual dollar value to the end harvest.
As the AG score goes up and you've got a better performance in those four key traits, you've got more trees that are higher value in your plantation. The more trees that you have on each acre that are going to qualify for sawtimber means you've got a higher financial return and better products being produced in that acre. And so as you improve your traits with the AG score, you've got many more trees that are going to qualify for that higher value product class. Those trees can also qualify for a lower value if something happens in your market. But if you are selecting lower performing trees, those trees are never going to qualify for a sawtimber product if they don't have those traits that you're looking for to meet the minimum qualifications. With a higher AG score, you've got more flexibility and more opportunity to create value. If you go with a lower score, you don't have that same flexibility.
The goal for the AG score is to get the best families out on the landscape so that you have optionality as a landowner. So a sawtimber tree can go to the sawmill, but if the pulp market changes, you can also sell that as a pulp tree if that's your best option. So it really gives flexibility for the current market that we have currently, and then it also gives optionality for the future because we don't necessarily know what the market's going to look like in 25 years.
At ArborGen, we've been working on testing and developing new families for MCP and OP production for over 10 years. And so as we put those trials in, we're looking at parents that have the opportunity or the potential to produce good combinations of those four traits: volume, rust resistance, stem straightness, forking reduction. And that comes from field data where we've actually made the family, we're putting it out into a field test, and we're evaluating trees from that family to figure out if it's worth producing commercially. That takes time, it takes effort. We put these trials out more than 200 locations across the Southeast so that we have a strong, robust data set to make those decisions so that we know what we want to put in our seed orchards and our nurseries and sell to the market. ArborGen genetic resources are built on a strong base of more than 60 years of research and development with southern pines. And we have continued that effort as we focus on the new families that are being tested and developed across the Southeast for our customer base. We manage and develop populations for 5 different regions in the Southeast. Each of those is a specific population that has the adaptability and performance that's needed for your region. So some regions require more cold tolerance, some require more drought resistance, and so we manage populations that are specific for those regions. We test families in those regions so that we have data that is specific for the requirements of that region.
It's a really good foundational data set to be able to basically build a robust data and robust scoring system to give landowners the most amount of information and the best information possible to make the decisions for their reforestation.
If you're interested in finding out more about the AG score or more about the families that we offer, you can reach out to a reforestation advisor who can help you decide what is best for your management goals and what's appropriate for your region.